Introduction to Three Economists, Thomas Malthus, Adam Smith, and Karl Marx. Part 1, Thomas Malthus. Intro to Econ video lesson by Eric Almeroth. Remember scarcity, the reason we study economics? The first economist we study specialized in scarcity. Thomas Malthus was born in 1766 and passed away in 1834. His theory of overpopulation dealt with resource issues. He was a well-educated man who became a teacher, professor, and minister in the Church of England. His theory was called the Malthusian Theory. I always find it interesting his theory sounded so much like his own name. Mere coincidence? I should also mention the Malthusian Theory makes predictions about future events which many feel have yet to materialize. His first premise he based his theory upon was the observation population doubles, increases geometrically, exponentially, dramatically. Doubling increases very quickly. It's 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, 5, 12, 10, 24, etc. Arithmetic increase is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So population increasing exponentially or dramatically means the Earth experiences heavy population increases. According to the following statistics of world population since the year 10,000 BC, in which there was 4 million people on the planet, now focusing on the underlined dates on this chart, by the year 1 AD, there was 180 million to 270 million people on the planet, roughly 250,000 people. It took 1,480 years to double to 500 million. It took only 350 years to 1830 to double again to finally make 1 billion. It only took 100 years for the population to double again to 2 billion people by the year 1930. It took only 46 years to 1976 to double to 4 billion. And we're now on our way to 8.5 billion by around 2030. His second observation was land is fixed. These days, we understand, land is actually decreasing as oceans rise. The third premise he based his theory upon was food requires massive quantities of land. People can live in fairly small spaces. We cram people into cities of millions of people in fairly small areas, but food requires many acres to feed each person every year. We add these three premises up. His conclusion is there will be inevitable starvation at some point on planet Earth. Though we have experienced periods of starvation throughout world history, global starvation due to overpopulation has yet to manifest. Malthus failed to factor into his famous theory the increasing food production technology which would evolve over time. But we don't know for sure what the future holds, and that's why it's important to consider the principles of the Malthusian theory. It's because of Thomas Malthus's conclusions regarding inevitable starvation, other economists of his time began referring to economics as, quote, the dismal science, unquote. Introduction to Three Economists, Part 1, Thomas Malthus, The End.